What's up, everybody? Is Noah the Goat, and I'm giving you another reaction video. Now, this one is kind of like a partly reaction, partly discussion, because I really want to debunk and see what goes on in this preview. Right now, we have Tokyo Ghoul Re Part 2 preview. Now, I didn't even think they were gonna have Part 2 yet. I mean, Tokyo Ghoul Re just ended like a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, it did end like a couple months ago. So I'm sitting here like, there's no way that this thing should be out now. Like, at least the preview. I mean, it might be a preview and they might say it's out like next year or some junk like that. I have no idea when this thing comes out, but I did hear that it was earlier than we expected. So I really want to see what they do in this. Tokyo Ghoul Re was fairly good in my opinion. I do feel like it could have been better. If you guys haven't looked at the manga, I've looked at the manga a little bit, so I did know what they did or what went on before the 2 year skip that they did. But it was just, I mean, it's hard to fit so many chapters and everything in only 12 episodes or 13 episodes. So I understand the struggle when it came to like skipping and everything. I did want to see the Kaneki and Arima fight. I did know that Arima beat Kaneki, obviously, and I do want to see the next one. I did not like that they didn't really show us the next one, but I'm not going to get into too much of all that. I'm going to go on and react to this, pause in places that I feel like need to be paused in, and hopefully this turns out to be great and not a rush operation, because Tokyo Ghoul is an amazing anime. Hopefully this video doesn't get copyrighted. Also, we'll start this in 3, 2, 1, go.
選んだものを何度もひっくり返して同じことの繰り返しくだらないかっこ悪いダサい優柔不断軟弱者でもそれが僕だ有馬さん本当は戦いたくないです
お前は何を選んだ
吉村ルール被疑者としてあなたを拘束します。
いい目になったじゃないか、青年。
遅くなってごめんなさい。
噛んできたの。
Okay, so it doesn't seem like this is too far ahead. I was scared that they were going to do like a whole huge time skip and everything again for the next continuation of this. It doesn't seem like they're too far ahead. It seems like it's actually, in a sense, right after the whole aftermath. It seems like we might get to see the Kaneki versus Arima fight. We don't know for sure. It seems like we might see it. Another thing is that Kaneki obviously doesn't wish to fight Arima, but Arima feels like he has to, not only as a Ghoul investigator, but as somebody who's responsible for what happened to Kaneki after season 2. And not only that, I'm pretty sure a lot of us thought Eto died. I didn't think that she was officially dead, but I thought that we wouldn't see her for real next season. I mean, she got cut in half, for God's sakes. But apparently somebody did find her, arrested her. She obviously had to go willingly, because I feel like if she had enough strength to be alive, she probably could have killed any CCG operative that was there. And she's basically just coming out, just saying, hey, I'm a ghoul type crap. Like, that's what it seems like they're doing. If Hinami right here in front of us, let's continue.
ここから出よう
以上に悔しいよ
無視でいろ
手をお貸しするよ無視試してみろよアモン光太郎お前は軍捜査官だろ
Okay, so our suspicions were correct when it came to that hooded guy. I was praying that Amon wasn't dead, but you know what? I wish that they gave us some context about the fight between Amon and Kaneki, because we all know that Kaneki won the fight between them. At the same time, we don't know how he won. We're all sitting there thinking that he just flat out killed him and everything, because neither of them wanted to fight each other. But it makes sense, because this was all before Kaneki had lost his memories and everything. Kaneki was sincere back then, didn't want to fight Amon. Amon was probably one of the only humans that Kaneki really didn't want to kill, and Kaneki probably just spared his life, and Amon left, probably feeling disgraced. And that's what happened. So that makes sense. We have Takizawa right here. I like everything so far. The trailer looks like season 2 is actually, well, part 2 is actually going to be lit. Okay. So let me just rewind back a little bit. Okay, so this guy right here, he has to be the guy who Kaneki had fought, because he looks just like him, just a little long beard and everything like that. That Kaneki fought when they were in that Ghoul prison in season 2. He has to be the guy that Kaneki fought. And my thing was, in season 2, for the rest of season 2, and even in Tokyo Ghoul Re, I was wondering where this dude was at, because he was like an important person that they were trying to break free. He was one of the priority people that Kaneki was actually supposed to break out, and we just never saw him anymore after that fight. So I was wondering where he was at. This time we see him, longer hair. This is obviously 2 to 3 years later, so obviously he grew out his beard, grew out his hair, doesn't really care about trimming. Still shirtless, don't know why he hasn't put on a shirt. But we actually see him use his ghoul eyes this time. When he fought Kaneki, he was using his Kagane without even activating his eyes. And if I'm not mistaken, when a ghoul uses their eyes, they're fighting at full force with eyes and Kagane. So I do like that they're showing him. I don't like the mystery of characters appearing one moment and then disappearing the rest of the season. October 9th? What? That passed, didn't it? Passed 3 days ago. You tell me the final chapter has already started. The final chapter for Tokyo Ghoul Re has already started. I'm gonna watch it. It looks lit, but I feel like this was either a rush job. Here's what I feel like it was. This is either a rush job, or what happened was they had already made all of this. They had already made and animated all this, or at least made and animated or started production immediately after. And if that's the case, then that means that they waited a while to see how Tokyo Ghoul Re would do, the response and everything. And then they decided to put out the final chapter for Tokyo Ghoul Re now. Now, if that's the case, then I have a lot more high hopes for this one. It seems like it's a lot more fast-paced. A lot of people didn't really understand what was happening after the whole time skip thing, because it did skip a lot of stuff that the manga didn't skip. But it seems like this in particular is going to be a very much more fast-paced, more descriptive, and it's going to answer a lot of the questions that we may have had even in season 1 or season 2. I feel like this is going to be that chapter, that Tokyo Ghoul Re that we wanted the first time. So I got high hopes for it. Let me see if there's anything else.
赤眼の王だ
Okay, there's nothing else. So thank you to everybody who watched this. I am a huge anime fan, and I do apologize for not having a lot of anime themed reactions and requests on this channel. It's hard to do that when anime is one of the main things that I want to watch, but it's also the main thing that I've gotten copyrighted for in the past on my channel. And it got to a point where I was so close to getting my channel suspended, didn't want to risk that, so I stopped. But hopefully, now that all my copyright strikes are gone, I can finally get this going. I don't even care if this video gets copyrighted in itself. But thanks for everybody watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I definitely plan on, like I was saying, I definitely plan on adding more stuff to my Patreon, because I haven't uploaded anything on Patreon in a while. Because if these things do start to get copyrighted and just blocked and everything, I want you guys to still see my initial reaction of them. So definitely make sure you go check that out. Check out the link to original video in the description down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit that post notification bell. And I'm going to see you guys later. And peace.